Welcome to the new setup. Today we are going to compare the Redmi AirDots 2 with the AirDots S and see if this is the one you should buy. And spoiler alert, it is not. Let's get into it. Selamat pagi! Good morning everyone, Kenneth here, and today, yes, we are finally making a comparison between the much praised by me actually, the Redmi AirDots S, one of the best performing earbuds in terms of latency, at least in my testing, and this is the new version. This is the AirDots 2. Actually, I've been talking about this since last year. If you check out my earbuds recommendations, I've warned you to not buy this red box one because it doesn't have gaming mode. We'll talk about all the differences later in just a minute, but before that, I want to let you know, disclaimers first, that all these two are bought by myself. All you get is my own honest opinion. If you want to support the channel, please use the links down in the description below if you want to buy any stuff. I may get a small commission at no extra cost to you. And if you find the video helpful later on, because I believe it will be, don't forget to hit the thumbs up because I hope this video will help a lot more people to stay away basically from the AirDots 2, and subscribe to not miss out on my future videos where I'm gonna talk about true wireless earbuds and more technology stuff. Alright, so that's pretty much it. Let's get into the unboxing first right now. So I'm gonna take my AirDots 2. Let's read up the specs real quick here. We have the exact same everything, down to the battery capacity, down to the playtime. The only difference between the two is just the model number, where on the AirDots S we have EJ05 and on the AirDots 2 we have EJ061. Inside the box, just like any other AirDots, you don't have anything other than the earbuds themselves, but let's see if it's any different. It's pretty hard. I think it's glued. How am I supposed to open this thing? Oh, I have to break this box. Anyway, see what you have inside the box. There used to be the AirDots 2 there. And down here we have a manual book, more ear tips, and the small and large sized ones. Alright, so that aside, let's take a look at the earbuds. So we have the model number here and everything written at the back, and this is exactly the same thing except for the model number when compared to the AirDots S. And again, the AirDots S is already the exact same thing when compared to the AirDots original. It's just like, I don't know, maybe Redmi trying to cut costs over time by producing the exact same thing over and over again. By the way, taking a look at the logo up front here, they're exactly the same too. This is called Redmi and this is Redmi as well. And I think both of these are Chinese versions, but if you see the Mi logo or Redmi logo, they are indeed the original thing. Because some of you might say like, oh, this is not Mi logo, then it's fake. No, that is not true. It's just a matter of which region you're buying it from. But this case, let's just start with this case first. I hate this case because first, they sound like a candy box. Can you hear that? This means that the earbuds are pretty loose on the insides, and sometimes when you put it inside your bag, closed like this, the earbuds will disconnect from the battery inside and it automatically turns on, connect to your phone, the thing that it's not supposed to do when it's inside the case. And that could be annoying, where you have to reach for the box again, you have to open it and try to just like put it back into place, hope that the earbuds will not turn on by itself again inside the case. That's the first pain point with the Redmi AirDots S in general. Now let's take a look at the second one. Yes, this case, it still uses micro USB in 2021. I mean, this was produced in 2020, so what? Anyway, next up is no battery indicator. Yes, most of the competitions that I recommend to you, like the QCY or the Halos, doesn't have battery indicator and USB-C. But I won't stop mentioning that till we get that, because that's very important. There's only actually one LED in the front right there. You cannot see it right now unless you're charging the case. It glows red, disappears when it's full, but that's about it. So you kind of have to guess based on your use cases. And actually, it's not a very hard thing to do, because after you use this for like 3, 4, 5 days, you generally have to recharge the case. And yeah, it's not a pain point for me, but just the addition of that battery indicator and USB-C charging would be very nice. So moving on to the earbuds now. And you can see right here that they are exactly the same thing. Can you even differentiate between the AirDots S and the AirDots 2 right now if I didn't tell you that these, I don't even know, like taking a look at the case like this, they are exactly the same except for some wear scuff marks that I have on my AirDots S here. It's just scary close. Why don't they keep producing the AirDots S? I don't know. Now taking a closer look at the earbuds, we still have the whole front panel as the physical button, and it's pretty good to press, you know, it's pretty tactile. You don't have to put too much pressure, so you're not feeling you're jamming the earbuds into your ear, but you're pressing your skull instead. But the controls still suck as ever, so this is another pain point with Redmi AirDots in general. As you can see right here, the controls are very handicapped. The only thing you can do is single tap to play and pause and double tap for voice assistant. And on the Redmi AirDots S, this is the sole reason why I can recommend the AirDots S is the gaming mode. But on the AirDots 2, you just don't have it anymore. So yeah, I think this is also the main reason why I tell you to not buy the Redmi AirDots 2. It's because it doesn't have gaming mode. The only reason why you would buy and why I would recommend a Redmi AirDots S is now gone. But don't take my word for it. Let's just see for yourself the latency test when I compare the Redmi AirDots S versus the Redmi AirDots 2 right now. Alright, as you can see for yourself, 400 millisecond on the AirDots 2, no gaming mode to turn on, and that's within margin of error when compared to the AirDots S without gaming mode. So around 380 to 420 is where I call it 400 millisecond. But then when you turn gaming mode on the AirDots S, everything just instantly halved. It's just so good. Talking about sound quality real quick, I tried to listen to a lot of different genres again, and I found that these two sound exactly the same. They have the exact amount of volume, they have the exact amount of boosted up bass a little bit and treble a little bit. It's just the Redmi AirDots S that we all know and probably love. I think I'm not complaining about the sound quality here, but it's just the value you get. The sucky controls, the sucky build quality, the fact that it disconnects sometimes when inside the case, no USB-C, no battery indicator. I just don't think it's worth your time anymore. Oh, and last but not least, the Redmi AirDots 2 and the AirDots S are both dual mode. So you have one pairing name, and no matter which side you use, both are single independently, you can use them no problem. So that's good right there, but that's kind of to be expected in 2020 or even going to 2021. So yeah, there's not much of a plus point there. All right, so that's pretty much it for the video. Let's check out the microphone test real quick after this, and we are going to the FAQ section where I will answer all your questions that you guys asked me on the community post I posted a while back. All right, so let's check out the microphone test right now, and I think it will be the same. Let's check it out. All right, so this is the indoor call test of the AirDots 2. And right now, there's not much going around except for this little fan, floor fan right here. And otherwise, it is silent. So let's turn on the crowd noise right now. I'm playing it off of YouTube from my MacBook Pro 16 at 100% volume because it's quite a bit far from me right now. And let's see how it performs. All right, so now we are on the Redmi AirDots 2 with a simulated crowd, a pretty noisy one on. So can you still hear me? Can you hear me clearly or not? This is the Redmi AirDots 2. And let's move on and compare it with the Redmi AirDots S. Right. Alright, so this is the Redmi AirDots S, and we are indoors with no other noise other than this standing floor right here. And it's pretty noisy already actually, but I think otherwise this room is quite silent. Now let's turn on a simulated background noise, again played off my MacBook Pro 16 at 100% volume because it's quite far from me, but I think it should give you a good idea of how it will perform outside. Alright, so now we are with the AirDots S with simulated background noise on. It's actually not like a background noise, it's a crowd noise. Similar to what you'd find in a metro station or a busy supermarket, for example. So yeah, this is how the AirDots S performs. How does it compare with the AirDots 2? Can you hear me or not? Alright, let's get back to the video right now. I just realized that this is Q&A section, not FAQ, because it's not a frequently asked question. But anyway, let's just answer your questions right now. First, from Mike Smith, sound quality compared to Feel T1XS and Soundpeats True Engine 3 SE. So I don't have the Feel T1XS, but I know that the True Engine 3 SE is like some of the best sounding earbuds at like $50 earbuds. So this is a no comparison. The Redmi is like the basic sound quality level that you should expect for something as low as 20 bucks. You really shouldn't compare it with anything above that price, alright? Moving on to the second one, Fryhe AirDots 2S is coming soon with USB-C in gaming mode. That'd be interesting. Of course, absolutely. USB-C battery indicator, a little bit revamped charging case design, and gaming mode. Bring that back and we will have a good AirDots in our pocket. But I'm not holding my breath with Xiaomi adding more controls other than that play pause and voice assistant. Robo DJ1, sound quality compared to the normal AirDots. Unfortunately, I don't have the OG AirDots anymore, but I do think these have improved bass and trebles, like slightly tweaked there, so it sounds a little bit more dynamic and fun, but yeah, it's not punching anything above its price point. Next one from Modesmo Dude. Thank you. An alternative for the AirDots S would be appreciated. So for now, I don't see anything that can rival that kind of performance in the latency, because like the sole reason why you would get AirDots S is the latency performance, right? But you can get anything else like the QCY T5, QCY T4, or the Realme Buds Q. I don't really recommend it though. Or even like Soundpeats Sonic, but we'll talk about it in its full review later. Those earbuds are fine enough for gaming, and I think they offer better controls and mostly better overall package compared to the AirDots anyway, so go check those earbuds out. Alright, next on from Fresh Lemon Water, you should check out the Halo GT3. Yes, absolutely, I have GT3, GT5, and T16. All the earbuds that you've been requesting all this time, I will review them possibly early next month, so please wait for it. And yeah, I'm not gonna reply to any more Halo comments, okay? Alright, moving on. Realme AirBuds Pro, Edifier GM5, Soundpeats Sonic, Bassius Simu S1. Like for all these earbuds requests, I'll try to note them down and review as much as I can, so please just stay subscribed, keep supporting the channel, because for the testing that I do, I usually need to use an earbud for a full 7 days first before I start, making scripts for it. So that's why my reviews usually take more time, and I'm usually late to the party and I'm losing views. But anyway, I hope you guys appreciated the quality of content that I make. Alright, moving on. Ezra Christian here said, very disappointed Xiaomi because Redmi AirDots S is the best AirDots from Xiaomi. I wouldn't say it's the best earbuds, but it definitely is the best AirDots, because when I first check out, it's like it has gaming mode. Alright, maybe it's the same as other earbuds, but it broke the record basically and held it there for a year straight. So that is really cool right there. And even until now, the only thing that rivals it is the Soundpeats Sonic, the QC3040, and the Soundpeats H1, but they have like sound glitches there. I will talk more about it in my Soundpeats Sonic full review. It might be more uncomfortable using that mode compared to the reliable gaming mode here. And by the way, both the Redmi AirDots 2 and the AirDots S and the OG AirDots all use SBC. Probably don't care too much about it. It's just like a really cheap earbuds. If it works, it's probably worth your money already. From John Paul Ottojan, sound quality compared to others. So the AirDots S sounds the same thing as the AirDots 2, and I've made a comparison between the AirDots S to the Halo GT1 Plus already, so go check that video out. I think it's not like the best sounding one. There's another question here from Raphael. Is it better than Alien Secret QCC010? The answer is no. It's just no. The Alien Secret blows the Halo GT1 Plus away, and of course this one too. But I mean, I'm not saying that it sounds so bad that you shouldn't get it because of the sound quality. It's actually pretty good, a pretty fun listening experience, but it's not like the one to get if you want the best sound quality. Alright, so those are the questions that you've asked, and I hope this video will help you answer all your questions about the AirDots 2 and whether you should buy it or not. And in my honest opinion, I don't think you should buy it. Like, just skip the AirDots 2 entirely. If you cannot get the AirDots S, go get like QCY-T5 or QCY-T4. Anything with gaming mode, they will perform about the same. You're losing out a little bit, like 50 millisecond or so, but you don't really notice it honestly in real life. I mean, it's noticeable, but it's not that much of a difference. So yeah, that wraps it up for a video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this video was helpful. Again, don't forget to hit the thumbs up if this video helped. Subscribe for more videos like this, and I'm Kenneth. I will see you in the next one. Bye. Too bright. Okay.